Urban legends, baby.
So
we recorded about 20 minutes, although we did not record it because the memory card was
because
not
one of us is a
in
dumb
the microphone.
bitch.
We won't say who.
We won't say who's the idiot, but
it's probably the one holding the microphone.
Which is you.
Which is me.
Okay.
So first things first, we have to talk about the opening because we did not see it in the theater, so we did not talk about it. Which I get why they didn't show it, because I feel like they wouldn't want to show it to the privileged Americans first.
Well, they showed the premiere in Japan too. There was an opening premiere too, wasn't there?
Yeah, they did a limited showing of it, I think, before Christmas, but they didn't show it to a wide audience like that, I think.
And then they also did it at Anime.
But they didn't show the opening there either.
No, exactly.
They didn't.
Bones was like, I don't think you guys are ready for this hot tack.
We were not ready.
We were not.
But then the next day, they released the full song. Yeah. And I went wild.
Shit. Yeah, and then they released the opening, with the
episode. Which was very surprising because I was not even watching it as soon as it dropped on Crunchyroll because I'd already seen it. And then I saw it on Tumblr that people had posted it. Yeah, we're not sponsored.
We're not sponsored by Crunchyroll.
So I was watching it at work and losing it.
And you kept texting me and you're like, wake up, the OP dropped.
Wake up!
Wake the fuck up!
So yeah, a very good song. I would say I like the song more as a song than the season 1 OP. I'll just listen to it.
Yeah.
It's a bop.
It's really good. I really like it. I can't tell which one I like better because I really like the first openings, little hints at everything in the manga.
Yeah.
But,
and they're both pretty similar. They have the same kind of flow to them where one shot leads to the next. The first one might have a little bit more of that kind of flow.
But the first one, it had so much of that to where when there was just a clean cut shot, to the next part, it stood out more.
Yeah.
Which, was it didn't ruin the experience, but it just stood out more.
Yeah, definitely.
And this one doesn't have as many flows to it.
Yeah, but it's still it carries your eye through the motion and everything.
Yeah, definitely.
It has a lot of hints at world domination arc.
Yeah.
And the big fights that are coming up. So
yeah,
Teru and Shimazaki.
Ritsu
and Minagishi.
And then does he even fight Minagishi?
Him and Sho,
yeah they do, they do.
And then Mob shows up or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sho absolutely wrecking his father.
He just slam. He's come on and slam. Punches his dad in a face.
That wind up though.
I know.
Imagine seeing your 13-year-old son
just plummeting you,
dropping from the sky to punch you in the face.
And you're like, oh, I didn't. Honestly,
that's fair.
Yeah, you're like, that's fair.
I probably deserve
I've been
that. I've been a bad dad.
I've been a bad daddy.
This is not how our first take went.
I've been a naughty man.
Okay, we're cutting that off. I was most excited to see, I will not edit it in post, there's no editing. I was most excited to see Serizawa three separate times.
Not one.
Not once.
Not 4 times.
Not 4 times. Not 2 times, but 3 times. 3 whole Serizawas.
Yeah, 3 whole Serizawas.
Well, actually more than that because there were multiples of him on the Ferris wheel.
I mean, there's multiple frames, but
there were multiple heads. I want to talk about frames.
There's multiple.
Don't sass me, you animation nerd.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway.
That was cool though, Serizawa. And then, even how the opening opens is really cool.
The opening of the opening, with the zoetrope type of thing where they're spinning around and it becomes a fluid animation thing is very cool.
Super cool.
And it's similar to the first season OP in that it's very cyclical. The beginning is the same as the end, and you could watch it over and over on a loop.
Oh yeah.
And with both the music and although this, I guess the season 2 one the music is a little bit more that way because it starts and ends with the get ready.
Oh yeah, it does.
I am ready.
Get ready. I'm not ready.
I'm not ready.
I really like how
they're warning us.
They are. It's I'm not ready. I really like how the opening focuses, like, on, like, kind of, like, making Reagan, Mob, Teruritsu, and Dimple, like, the main cast.
Yeah.
Which is really cute
and
to
with
me.
a lot of their promo art, they've been doing that.
Yeah, that's
as
true.
well.
That's true as well. With it, like, these are the main dudes. Sometimes a family is a con man, 3 children, and a spirit.
Sometimes. The big 5. Love that.
The big 5. That's the super 5.
And it also showed little flashes of the manga in the words and like the Mob's like 100.
They did with the first
one.
Like
they did with the first season, which is great. I love to see that. I was hoping they would do that again.
Yeah, that was really cool to see.
So
that's cool.
Now we should talk about the episode.
Yeah.
Pretty easy to predict and what we expected if you've read the manga, which is just the Urban Legends arc, the 3 sort of.
Mob and Reagan travel to another town, and they're like, "There's a bunch of urban legends going on here. We're gonna make big bucks." And Mob's like, "All right,
make some money. Here's my small table, son."
yeah. He's like, "We gotta put food on our table."
Yeah.
It's like, "Yeah, Reagan, because you're the one feeding Mob.
You don't
it's not
feed
like,
Mob.
Yeah, Mob's not really dependent on this job.
You deduct his ramen out of his paycheck.
Mob needs to pay his rent.
Yeah, Mob's like, I don't have any expenses. I'm 14.
Mob's parents are like, now that you have a real job, why don't you pay the taxes?
Pay us some rent, son.
Yeah, pay us some rent, you freeloader. So they go to another town.
They go to the town. They meet Shinra. This is just a great character.
I really like Shinra as a character.
Love me some Shinra.
Reagan interacting with actual adults.
Yeah.
When he actually does is always funny for me.
Very funny. Yeah, I like their kind of competitive relationship.
Oh, yeah, they're like competitive, like, well, Shinra's not a con man because he's an actual psychic. But
good for him.
Good for him. But yeah, definitely like his competitive was his business and how he prices a lot more than Reagan does.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting because it kind of shows that like Reagan is a pretty good guy because he's not like
Reagan is a good guy.
I know. I'm always on that soapbox.
I know.
So.
Well, that's a whole different story about how
we
Reagan
don't need to go into that. Right? We'll never stop talking.
People, but yeah,
his name literally means miracle worker.
Does it really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
It's like a
good guy.
Homophone, is that the right word? Like
homophone?
It's like a pun, sort of.
Okay.
Like miracle worker.
Oh, like the kanjis are used in it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I don't know. Anyway.
Wow.
Good man. So the first case is Shinra versus the Red Raincoat Flasher.
Oh, yeah.
And the fight of that was in like a video game style, which I thought was a great choice.
That was super funny. I thought that was really good and well done.
I was gonna say because it makes the scene less serious because I feel like it would have just been kind of weird if it had been like a serious fight
in the playground
because it's sort of just like a lighter scene. And there's enough fighting in that episode anyway that they just kind of took that out.
Well, it's like in this like that scene really shows how like. Well, this season, Phones is really focusing on, like, more, like, technical, like, art style cutaways rather than traditional, even though there's still traditional ones. But it's, like, those scenes that really shows how much passion and how much fun they're having with this project. Like, you can really tell they're having a lot of fun with this. Yeah. Which is really nice to see, and it really shows in their work. I've seen a lot of Bones animations projects throughout my years, and... While their animation has always been really stunning and really mind-blowing, I can really, honest to God, say I haven't seen them have as much fun with it, it seems like, as they do with this one.
Nice.
Yeah. In my honest opinion. Because, I mean, like, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is, like, so beautifully well done and animated, but, like, you can just see how much fun they're having with this one, which is really cool. But anyway.
Anyway, let's talk about a dog.
So Reagan washes a dog. 10 out of 10.
Great stuff.
Great shit.
Really well done.
Really well done. Love him.
Was really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Loved seeing Reagan yell at some kids, call them little shits.
I really hope they keep him calling them little shits in the English dub.
They better not change that line at all.
I feel like they might, but I really hope they do. I know.
No.
I know.
It's so funny.
It's so funny.
Let Reagan say shit.
Let Reagan call these children shits and then beat them up.
And then literally hit them.
Right.
Off screen, kind of.
But still implied, yeah.
But still. Good dog.
Good dog.
Then it goes into the Dragger section, which, as manga readers know, was changed from the Kuchisake Ara if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and I was not even aware of that until recently, was that is a real urban legend in Japan, kind of like the Bloody Mary, where people just know about it.
Yeah, I knew she was a real urban legend in Japan, but I didn't really know what she was about, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I think it's very similar to.
Yeah. And they didn't really change much in the anime as far as her appearance and what purpose she serves in the narrative.
Yeah.
And I'm not clear on why they changed it. Some people have said that that the Kuchisake Anna is copyrighted. I don't know. I haven't seen any sources for any of that.
Yeah.
But could be.
I don't know. But I mean, like you said, like, changing her from that to the Dragger doesn't really change anything narratively. She still serves the same function.
Yeah.
The other thing is I've seen people not complain, but they point out that they thought she looked scarier in the manga than in the anime. And I agree. Because, like, the picture that one drew for her in the manga it's
very scary.
That is some fucking terrifying shit. That's like
haunts my dreams.
Junji Ito kind of shit right there.
Yeah.
But it's very scary, very good. But I still appreciate like how she is in the anime, especially with like the kind of the color distinction with her two eyes, which is kind of fun. That was interesting. But I mean,
and the paint on glass shot of her was very cool.
Yeah,
love to see that. That was the first like real like paint on glass they did this season.
Yeah,
I think, which was cool to see.
I think so
that.
too.
And yeah, they still had like the backstory part, and like really everything about her was the same as far as like she is this sort of, you know, manifestation of people's fears, and attacking her only makes her stronger. And they showed baby Reagan in the flashback, which melts my heart. When I saw that in the trailer, I cried for 3 days. So.
I'm still crying.
I'm still crying to this day.
That scene was really well done. I really liked how it was like black and white and just Reagan was colored. Because Reagan's the color of my life.
It's the light of my life.
I thought that was, and just like the whole fight between the Dragger and Shinra was really well done.
Yeah, and I loved the return of Dimple.
Yes,
first appearance in this season, right?
I mean,
was he in the last episode?
He was in the last episode, but very tiny.
Okay.
I think he didn't appear until the end scene when he was like,
"Oh
I'm gonna
yeah,
be with you forever,
oh yeah, you're
Mob."
right. That was his only scene."
And Mob was
so
like,
his first like real action.
Yeah, definitely for sure. And you know, there's like a lot of Dimple possession this season, actually.
Oh yeah, there is.
Which is gonna be fun to see and stuff. And you kind of. The thing about Dimple is, like, there's a lot of character development for him this season. Even, like, in this episode when he's like, I can't let this dude die or else Shigeo will not trust me and I won't be able to use his body.
Right, and then but then, like, he's still, like...
But he's still, like,
turns against him. I know, I liked... Yeah, like, I liked Dimple a lot in that scene, and I understand why people, like, stan Dimple, even though I'm not a big Dimple stan myself. And Rissa, like, just told me in the manga that he, like, disappears after Broccoli arc, and everyone thought he was dead, and I honestly did not notice when I was reading it.
No, the assumption is, like, after Broccoli arc,
you think he's dead,
and he doesn't appear until the very end of
when
the last arc.
Yeah, when he possesses Reagan.
Okay, we can spoil it.
We're spoiling everything. It's like the big reveal of his return.
Right, and when I first read that, I was like, oh shit, Dimple's alive.
I did not notice he was gone because I am not a Dimple stan.
I don't mention he was like, boy, I sure miss Dimple.
You know, in my defense, I was reading the manga at like 1 a.m. all in one sitting.
He brainwashed the whole city.
Well, I remember that part. I just don't remember him being like gone and presumed dead until he returned.
Like, he sacrifices himself, I think, for Mob or something like that.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. I didn't get the emotional impact, I guess, of when he returned.
To be fair, Dimple leaves and is presumed dead and comes back a lot.
Yeah.
At least 3 separate times.
Kind of his thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was a tangent, but then it goes on to the Dash Old Lady or the Dash Granny, which is just a funny little ending scene. Love Dimple's feet. Speaking of Dimple,
Dimple like pass out 2 little feet, which was really cute.
He didn't have to do that.
Just little like nods like that, and that's so in character for him.
Yeah.
So like, I don't need feet right now, but I'll do it.
I got him.
But I got him. And just like when Mob eats shit. And Reagan turns around and is like, why are you crying?
Why are you crying?
That was really
Reagan.
making some boo-hoos. We gonna boo-hoo now.
Oh, did someone get beaten by an old lady?
Did someone get ran over by an old lady? Oh,
you crying?
Oh, you crying?
You crying, kid?
Just Reagan's an asshole.
I want Reagan to be a little... I mean, he is going to be a lot more of an asshole kind of going in the separation arc.
I don't want Reagan to be an asshole.
I'm excited for it. I like it. It's funny. And then it ends with Reagan's new website. I just love the detail of him not even realizing he could have a website.
Oh, yeah, until the woman in Urban
It's like,
Legends
I found it online. And he's like,
online.
I should make a website.
He's like, website.
Why does Reagan live in, like, 1998?
Reagan is like, you know how everyone thinks John Mulaney is a spirit who died in the 40s, but is immortal or something? Yeah, kind of.
That's like that. Reagan. Yeah,
but that's
right.
Reagan.
He hasn't aged.
He hasn't aged. I like how Bones is like, whenever they can get a chance to like put pink with Reagan, somehow they will.
Yeah,
they're like
his tie,
and his website.
Very good. He's a male feminist. Real men wear pink. Says Reagan Arataka.
He has that shirt from BoJack that says "Feminism is bae."
He really does.
I need someone to draw that for me.
Please.
I'll give you $5.
$5 whole. Well, now we gotta talk about the ending. We heard the song last week, but we did not see the actual ending.
And they also, they didn't show the animation in the first episode,
So it started where the last ED left off with the shot of Mob growing up. Well, sort of just phasing between his two stages.
Yeah, between 4 years.
Backpack 10-year-olds or 11-year-olds.
He's like, I've lived a long life as a 14-year-old.
It's been a while.
It's been a long 4 years.
This has gone on for 14 years.
Kills Reagan. This has gone on for 14 years. Yeah, and what's nice is like the first ending, it kind of has Reagan like watching him grow up, because that's the implication is when he starts working for Reagan to now. But this ending is a lot more Mob focused, which is cute, which is fine.
He grew up before our very eyes.
He did. He is like he is but a little creature.
He's small.
I would have to say I do like the first ending a lot more, just because of the paint on glass.
Definitely.
But I do really like this one, especially because it's so more lighthearted, which is going to be nice for what's to come.
I think it's... Yeah, because it shows, Mob with all of his friends, which is, like, one of the major themes of, like, Mob Psycho is him, finding this support network of friends to help him. I don't know what I'm saying. To help him get through his life.
Get his emotional, through his emotional repression. Yeah, basically.
And because it's so simple, some people have speculated that they might make some changes to the ED throughout the season, like adding new characters like Serizawa, like Sho, as they pop up and as they become like part of the main cast, or part of the protagonist cast anyway. And people have also speculated that they might take out the characters during Mogami arc. Which I don't know if they will do that.
If they do that, that would be a really cool tidbit, but it would also kill me on the spot, and I would die.
And then you would never be able to see the rest of it.
And I would be dead. Yeah. I feel like they might edit, not edit it, but maybe add some kind of glitches or something like that.
Ooh.
Yeah, something like that.
That would be cool.
Yeah, because I really feel like with the Mogami arc, because he's such an interesting kind of villain that kind of warps your mind as well. That they'll do some kind of fourth wall breaks too with it. I don't know, maybe, but that would be kind of interesting to see.
Yeah, I would really enjoy that. Yeah. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Well, the headline of the ending is that it shows the first real hints of the final arc.
Oh god.
It shows Mob holding his flower 3 times.
Yeah.
Both in his, sort of mob state and in his, triple question mark.
Yeah.
In his normal person versus triple question mark state, floating in the classroom, which is
that was
very cool.
That was really cool. I was like, ooh, and then it's flipped over, and I was like, oh no.
Oh no. So I don't know if this is confirmation that they're going to do this arc this season, because, I mean, they couldn't have put in any references to this in the first season because it wasn't written yet. So the fact that this is the first reference to it doesn't really mean anything other than that it exists.
I think they will go to it because it's so prominent in the ending. And I mean, maybe they'll
I hope that they will.
I hope that they will. I feel like they definitely will close it off with this.
I think they might take a little hiatus, like after World Domination arc, and come back in a few months, and then
they'll pull a dimple.
They'll pull a dimple. They'll fake their own death. They'll slowly rebuild themselves.
They'll fake their own.
They'll possess your brother to break into your house.
Whoa! Wait, what?
That's what when he was talking to Ritsu, and he was like, "Hey, Ritsu, can you let me into the house?" And Ritsu was like, I guess.
Studio bones burns my house and plants my family's body in it.
Yikes.
Just to get a reaction out of me.
Those 13-year-old antics.
I know. So anyway,
next week, looking ahead to next week, we saw a little flash of what's to come. Pretty much what we expected again. The 3 cases that I think are chapter 58 of the manga, if I
think so,
have my chapters correct.
Yeah.
Which are the and they showed a little bit from each of them. They showed the guy that wants Reagan to curse someone.
Oh yeah,
and who he pretends to curse.
I was trying to remember what that guy was about.
And then he puts a curse on Reagan.
Oh,
which is sort of like...
Do they ever go anywhere with that in the manga?
Well, people speculate that that's what caused Separation arc.
No, Reagan's bad attitude caused Separation arc.
I think that's true, but I also think, like, just his bad luck. Yeah, I think that does kind of, like, take away the impact of it to say that it was a curse, but I also think that that's funny, though.
That is really funny.
Because it also was kind of his, like, lying that got him cursed in the first place.
That was the thing where it was like, Dimple's like, you have a curse on your shoulder. He's like, oh yeah, I do.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, they, like, left it. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, he's just cursed.
Yeah.
But, so that guy, the woman who has the stalker, Esper, which, of course, is the setup for the out-of-body experience during Mogami arc. So that's very important. And then
the Ghost family.
Ghost family.
Which you speculate is going to be a lot of
I think is going to be... Here's my hot take. It's not the right... Here's my prediction. I will bet $20 USD that the Ghost family will be entirely paint on glass.
I think so, too.
I know that's not, like, that even, like, impressive of a bet, because it makes sense when, like, with the way that they're drawn in the manga.
They're gonna be in claymation instead.
That's so funny.
We're like,
curveball.
Weird flex, but okay, folks.
Weird. Like, with the way that they're drawn in the manga, it's, like, a really, like, easy translation, because they're not really that, like, distinct looking. They're kind of, like, blurry, you know? Mm-hmm. It would make sense for them to be paint on glass, and I would cry. I'm gonna cry anyway, but...
Do you think they will add another case? Because the one case that was originally in this part of the manga was
the girls' high school.
When they go and sneak into the girls' high school.
Yep. And they already used the Roots case, so...
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to add another case. They are going to add the scene of Mob being bullied that's from the beginning of Mogami arc, because it's in the teaser for next week. So which that for me was a big curveball. I did not expect that until the next week. Right. So the fact that they're like actually going to start a Mogami arc next week is
they're definitely going to sign on to it.
I think next week is going to end, because like chapter 58, like it ends with him getting the invitation, right?
I think so.
So like, and then the bullying thing is next at the beginning of the next chapter.
Yeah, and then it shows like just the contrast and
stuff. This episode could end with them arriving at the mansion. That's my hot take.
I'm not ready for that. I need at least 2 more weeks of good, calm stories of Reagan and Mob just being silly and washing a dog.
Nope, no more.
No,
we're done. We're going kicking and screaming towards Mogami.
No, I can't. I don't want to.
I also think that the next episode has to include the omake of Tsubomi going to spirits and such, because like we know that's gonna be in it, right? Because like there's a few things from the trailer that are like from that.
Well, Teru and Ritsu were in the trailer in the office, and I was like, when are they in the office? That has to be from them.
Is Teru in that scene?
Yeah, because he is. Reagan asked them to help, and also the girl that Tsubomi goes with is in the poster.
Yeah, so we know it's gonna be in this season. It can't be anywhere else. Like, it has to be next week. I thought it was going to be the first episode.
So then Teru and Ritsu time next week.
Ritsu!
Next week, buddies.
My boys.
Just off topic real quick.
Yeah.
Have you noticed in, like, the trailers that they only have Ritsu, and the promo art, they only have Ritsu in, like, one sweater? Like,
his little orange.
Does this boy own any other
orange
clothes?
Hoodie? No.
He's been wearing it in World Dom too.
Season, I know, his like World Dom sweatshirt.
Yeah.
And he wore. I love that it's orange.
I know.
Love that.
Orange
they
fits
pick
him.
Great colors.
Oh, they do.
Their color guy is great.
Except I do have to bitch on the person who was like, Teru's like denim jacket shirt that he's gonna be wearing.
Really? You don't like the denim jacket?
I love it. I love it,
great.
But part of it is like, why? Teru dresses like
a lesbian.
He dresses like a lesbian, which is so funny.
It's very valid.
I love him. He wears denim on denim, and I love it.
I wear denim on denim.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I'm a lesbian.
And you're a lesbian.
What are you gonna do?
Who's to say? But yeah, Mogami's coming out faster than I thought it would be.
Oh boy, yeah.
But I am glad that they're keeping the not the paint on glass, the 3 ghost family.
Yes. I mean, they kind of.
They have
all of these cases are pretty like crucial
for like mobs. Well, they could honestly, if they were doing a half-assed job, they could have skipped it and just been like, "Mob feels this way," and we'd be like, "Okay, cool." But this really shows his emotional development into this and his the emotional conflict he's been having while he goes into Mogami's arc.
Yeah, it's like the 1, 2, 3
Buckle my show.
Punched.
Yeah.
Or that.
Yeah.
And the punch is Mogami.
The punch is Mogami. Other people have also noted that Mogami is not mentioned at all in the opening, so they think they might also...
He's in the roller coaster thing.
When all the characters?
Yeah.
Is he really?
Yeah. He, like, you can't even hardly see him, but he, like, briefly shows up in the roller coaster part. Like, he's one of the characters in it.
Oh, I'm gonna have to watch it again.
Yeah, somebody screenshotted it.
Sticky rat bastard.
Unless someone just, like, photoshopped it and fooled me, because I haven't, like, watched it and
I'm gonna have to, like, pause and watch the opening
But I don't know why anyone would lie to me on the internet.
You think people go on the internet and just lie?
I don't know.
That's weird. Anyway,
this
was sponsored by Crunchyroll.
Brought to you by...
I'm kidding.
Hey, Crunchyroll, if you're looking for people to pay money to, I have a bank account.
And I am a U.S. citizen who pays my taxes.
I sure do.
I don't evade them whatsoever.
This is kind of late, so, I mean, the next episode is out soon.
Yeah.
And we'll be talking about that at some point when we have time to get together and watch it and talk about it.
Because we can't quit our jobs.
7 minutes.
Jesus Christ, we can't quit our jobs and just podcast.
Unfortunately, unless we were sponsored by Crunchyroll.
All right. That's all I have to say.
Good night.
Good night and good luck.
Good luck.